round 3 here at the Circuit Paul Ricard in France for the French Grand Prix. Qualifying has begun. We are about 5 minutes into qualifying. Sorry, we are starting a bit late. Just had to sort out the stream, but it's better you have you don't really see much. You just missed the early laps, but it doesn't really matter too much. Looking at tyre choices, both Alfa Romeos have gone on to the softs and are currently first and second. What a grid that would be. However, I suspect it is going to be another one like last race, where people would prefer to start on the medium tyres. Although we have one day I'll be able to speak. We have had quite a few who are on the softs, which would suggest that maybe it is possible to go softs to mediums or softs to hards, and it'd be worth it. It's my first time watching a race where with the new Paul Ricard pit lane. I like it. Both Alfa Romeos now in the pit lane. Let's go someone on a lap. Hugo is on a lap currently. Let me sort out the stream on YouTube. So whilst I'm sorting this out, I will hand over to my co-commentator just to qualify. I really can't speak today. Commentate qualifying for a few minutes.
So far in it's been looking good for the Alfa Romeos going 1-2. For some reason it's not letting me spectate anymore. Why? It's been a shocking one for Tim and Fairs, to be honest. James down in P9. He's on the hards there. Oh, and he's gone on to the mediums streams.
Sorry, I'm back now. Just whilst we're in qualifying, it's like the other leagues I've seen do. Just quick bit of breaking news that happened about half an hour ago that I've missed. You may have seen it. FIA confirms 2020, 2021 and 2022 versions of the new F1 rules. So that basically means it's final what will happen in the next few years. So now we know the regulations for the next 3 seasons. Like, they can't change unless there's a, I think it used to be unanimous vote, but I think they have changed it to be sort of a majority vote. Anyway. And also, Owen's back in case you didn't notice. So we welcome back Owen. Hoping he's feeling a lot better now. And he's back in the commentating box, which is a very big box, because we live on 2 sides of the country. But yeah, in the virtual comms box. As we look through the laps, contest now up. Oh, I need to learn to say Hugo. I really do. Because I don't know why, but Thomas always used to, in F2 he was known as Contest. But I'm looking at it. I don't call James Bonds. I don't call him Bonds, or Shisha. So why should I call Hugo Contest? But I mean, it's not the end of the world.
How is he doing here?
What is going on? It's a Red Bull going slowly. It is the Red Bull of Why Always Pips. I think he's getting ready for a lap. As we go on board with Thomas through the final corner. As yet, Red Bull yet to score points this season, and among with Williams and Toro Rosso, the 3 teams yet to score. However, I imagine that could change after this round, but who knows? I would like to see at least. I feel like Williams are one of the. Oh, as Thomas goes very wide, he took a bit too much curb there. But I would definitely say Williams have got a strong enough drive. I mean, Jarno and Miguel both scored a lot of points last season, but Jarno is on a new wheel, which, to be fair, looks like it's paying off now. He's only 4 attempts off Manu's lap time. So this could be Jarno's chance, and Miguel, currently only 3 attempts off his teammate. I feel like this could be Williams' race. Not to score big, but I'm slightly less confident with, especially considering the rebel of Josh is just retired when he's in 15th position. The Toro Rossos of Bogdan up in 8th. Not bad so far for Bogdan, but a lot of drivers yet to set a lap. It looks like people are going to all set laps on the soft compound. As Joshy also yet to set a actual valid lap. Don't know if he's had a lap but invalidated it, but who knows. As let's head over to the YouTube. Let's see. Fully changing to the Torpedo League account, so I can be the admin of the comments. So anyone in the comments, no. As we've got a yellow flag, it's a Williams going slowly. Looks like they're just letting Alfa Romeo past. As the only car in the pit lane currently is the Red Bull of Josh. Oh, and now is the Toro Rosso of Joshy. As well as a Renault has now come in as well, which is Robert. And also I believe McLaren has come in. So this, okay, now in future I'm not going to say everyone's out on track right now, because look at them all coming into the pit lane. They knew what I was saying. They heard me, surely. As Forever Sin, wheel to wheel with Bogdan down the straight. Oh, Forever Sin, oh, so close to contact. Both, are these both on flying laps? Yeah, both of these are on flying laps. Well, let's watch from Forever Sin's point of view. They're racing on their flying laps. Forever Sin looking to the inside line. He's hit him! They're round! Both of them around. Controversy in qualifying. Forever Sin and Bogdan have collided on their qualifying laps. Now, there's still time to set another lap, but I'm imagining we'll see some onboards from those drivers complaining about the other. I don't know who's at fault there. I don't know who is. I mean, I would say whoever's ahead coming out the final corner was the guy who was to blame for them coming together on circuit. But it just really does depend, because if you're behind another car at the start of a quali lap, you back right off. Unless maybe your teammates and you've agreed to do a slipstream. But otherwise, I would say you want to back right off, as Bogdan does have major wing damage to his car. So he has clearly hit the wall after their spin, or during their spin perhaps.
Oh, I hate just being pit.
Oh yeah, you can hear it around here, can't you?
Yeah.
I think all circuits have it, but you can't always hear it. As that's a Ferrari of Kimi, who is not on a lap, or maybe he's backed off the lap due to Forever Sin holding him up. Yeah, I don't know who was ahead starting the lap between. Oh, that's almost contact. May there have been some contact there between Kimi and Forever Sin. Forever Sin getting into tons of contact here, as he now finally pulls out the way of Kimi. Forever Sin has said, sorry to Bogdan, I'll try to outbrake him. Do you want me to start at the back and retire now? Scott, who was ahead when you started the lap? Like, when you came out of that final corner, who was ahead? I don't think there is a Twitch stream, is there, Owen?
No, there isn't.
No, there isn't, because the Twitch account has glitched a bit. You're on pause menu, so you were in AI mode. Don't retire, don't start at the back. You carry on with qualifying.
Wait, he was AI mode, wasn't he?
Yeah, if he was in AI mode, then that's retiring for. You can't start at the back now because you're not disqualified. I mean, I don't recommend parking it in the pit lane.
Driving backwards.
You were ahead, but you were on lean, so he pulled ahead. To be honest, that doesn't matter. If you were you about to start? Okay, were you coming out of the final corner about to start a lap? Was there anything that you did that would make Bogdan think that you weren't on a flying lap, that you were on an out lap or an in lap perhaps? Because I mean, we need to hear both sides of the story really, but it really does depend on how Bogdan does in the qualifying. It's lost him a run, but. As Kimi has apparently just said, Toro Rosso on AI mode. One's in the pits, the other one is not in it. Oh, that's wheel to wheel there between Fairs and Tim, I believe. No, it was not Fairs, it was James? I don't know. I'm seeing things again. Yeah.
What AI mode is it?
As Thomas says, go on Clint, you can do this. Joshy, that is, of course. Joshy, real name Clint, he is currently on a lap. Let's see where he can go. Let's get these telemetry up. It's already up and I'm just blind. Let's see, is he now in sector 3 already, so I can't see whether he's up or down. Yet to score a point this season, although I believe he could make, it's a good track for him. I reckon he could score some points here today, and to be honest with you, I hope he does. A bit of an underdog. He's had 2 bad races now. The Toro Rosso team as a whole is a very underdog team. So it'd be lovely to see them as a whole do a lot better. Definitely struggling in the early races, but I know for a fact that Joshy is quite good around France and does enjoy this circuit. So, as he comes through the final corner now, crosses the line, where will he go? He goes up to 18th place from 18th. Currently quite a bit off the rest of the field.
Well, I think that Alfa Romeos are going to try and give each other slipstream.
Ooh, let's have a look at this. As let's see, who is the one behind? It is on the on board with Manu.
Oh no, he's too far in front.
And now you still get a slipstream from that distance. But it'll be down the back straight that the slipstream will be more efficient. I think they're, let me check, are they both on laps? They are both on laps. But I think maybe one of them did their lap in front last time, one of them did their lap behind the other time. James still on the mediums, Tim's still on the mediums, Fair's still on the mediums, and Robert's still on the mediums. As well as Joshy. Joshy also on the, maybe Joshy's pulling a strategy play here by qualifying on the mediums. I missed that. As Josh has retired from setting a lap on the mediums. As I would say Manu is getting a good slipstream here. It's not the best, it's not right up his diffuser, but I'd say it's enough for slipstream for it to make a difference. But Alfa Romeo here, I feel like the only, other than Hugo and Colpo, as Ivan has let him through. So yet they are doing that. Ivan has let Manu through. Manu now needs to complete this lap down to high on the ERS, running a low. This is a very high ERS burning track, so not really burning, but it's not, no, what's I don't know another word for burning. Instead of petrol, it's electric, so it's the hybrid system. So I know it uses a lot of electricity on this lap, so to try and keep it in the deployable range.
Can you get a 129?
He goes ahead. Oh, so close. I think we could we see an Alfa Romeo front row lockout? Because I mean Ferrari got first and third in the last race. The amount of drivers that are on the softs leads me to believe that perhaps the soft tyres are worth it. As that's one of the Renaults who is doing their absolute best to get to the end of the. Oh no, they've invalidated it. I think Tim is just trying to get another lap in, I believe. So he is cutting corners to have enough time. I don't think there's enough time though. I think Tim is out of time. Unless he plans on cutting the entire third sector. Because he's not even going. Yeah, Tim is not saying another lap. It's just who's just gone third. Yes, it is. Oh, I don't think that was the one that changed, but I mean it's just up in third. It's very good so far. Is there anyone on a lap? Yes, Colpo about to oh no, Colpo about to start a lap. Here we go. Could Colpo maybe get a pole position? He didn't get it last time because he wasn't here. As we also have Buller in the chat. Connor Buller, known as Buller from Other League Racing. Yeah, welcome to the chat. Welcome to a Torpedo League. One of the F2 drivers as well. Last race. Oh, as Ivan has retired in the pit lane. As that is, Tim retiring on circuit. Tim has just retired on circuit. There's an Alfa Romeo that's going to be behind him. Let's see.
Again.
That is a quali ban for the next race for Tim.
What about Ivan? Was he in the box? Where was he in the pit?
Is that Tim's car? Yeah, that is Tim's car there. Yep, that is Tim. Of course.
No, naughty boy.
Yeah. Bullet is Skyping off work again, so yeah. So, I'm assuming you're doing what you did when the EDL was live, just sitting there watching the stream, getting paid to watch it, eh? But it is like, oh, that's a crash between cars that have already finished a lap. That's Colpo Grosso through the final couple of corners. Oh no, it's still sector 3. Misjudged which corner he's out there. Through the final couple of corners now. Really could be a pole contender here. Only 5 tenths off. Can he do it? Through the final corner. Can he at least improve his position? Across the line now, and he takes second. He breaks up that Alfa Romeo front row and takes second. Oh, Kimi goes up to second. Kimi so close to pole position. Oh, that's so close. That's 31 milliseconds off. It's an Italian top 4. It's an Italian car top 4.
Oh, Barney was a 4th position.
Oh, Branny took away 4th, did he? Yeah, he does.
Yep.
Very good for Branny there to just break up that Italian car top 4.
Italian car top 3.
But that's on his phone this time. Well, as long as you're able to watch us, that is good. That's what we like to hear. Coming to support Joshy who's also in the chat. Let's hope to finish this time. I hope you finish this time too. Fingers crossed it's with less than 6 pit stops. Because then, I mean, if you qualified on the mediums, let's have a look. Has he qualified on the mediums? Yes, he has. Kyle and Godzilla didn't set a lap time. I assume they just joined the lobby and had to go do something, so back as soon as they could. Yeah, Joshy. Let's see how many drivers are on the mediums. Both Mercedes and both Renaults. I believe that is it. Both Mercedes, both Renaults, and Joshy and Josh. So if their name, so we've got Joshy, Josh, both Mercedes and both Renaults, all on the mediums. They are the drivers to look for, especially the Mercedes and the Renaults, who are arguably, well, they are the 2 top teams this season. They're top 2 in the constructors, and to be fair, if Fairs can prove himself a bit more, maybe get some more results. Yeah, there's Buller, just inspiring words there by Buller in the chat. Very inspiring. As we get ready for the grid. As 15 seconds. Who's your prediction for the win?
I reckon Colpo. I think actually.
I think it really depends on strategy. Do you know what I mean? It's if those guys on the softs can still do a strategy that is good enough to keep in the fight, then formation that begins now.
Oh, I think I'm.
Oh, and just warning you, the Renaults always they just ignore the formation lap. One of them has remembered the formation lap exists.
No.
Yeah, no, both of them. They did this in China.
Kyle.
That's Kyle. Oh, Kyle, please. Please, Kyle. Oh, almost Manu back. Is this Manu's first pole position?
Why is Kyle just corner cutting everything?
I don't remember Manu having pole position since I've been commentating. Why is Kyle and Godzilla doing it? Godzilla! Godzilla, no. If you're listening, hit him. Hit him off the grid.
Hit him. Hit him.
Yeah! Oh, did he hit him? Did he hit him or not? Come on. Godzilla, you should have hit him. You need to hit Kyle. Kyle, if you're listening, hit Godzilla for the fun of it, you know. We know it'll ruin your plan and all that. But please, for us. So yeah, back to Manu. Is this his first pole position?
I think so.
But can I say Ivan being the great team player there?
They nearly hit them. They nearly collided. No,
Ivan being the perfect team player, he actually sacrificed his final lap to give Manu a slipstream. I assume Manu did it earlier in the session, or maybe he didn't. And Ivan's just such a good. Why is Manu down like 5th at the moment? Just out of interest. That's what it was. Ivan the Alfa Romeo in the background. No. Here's a tree. So now we're spectating the tree in the background. Here we have a wonderful tree. Guess in the comments as into what type of tree this is.
I think it's a maple tree.
Doesn't look right. It looks a bit. It does. The leaves. They look a tiny bit mapley. Maybe it's more. I don't know. I'm not good with trees.
I don't know my trees.
Anyone watching this that knows trees? All I know is the maple leaf because of Canada. So yeah, this tree, it's quite a tree. Oh, and that is Charlie in the chat saying 100% a willow tree. It hasn't got those droopy, it hasn't got that sort of droopy leaves that a willow tree has.
Yes! Kyle got disqualified!
Yes! I think it's a new thing, going too slow, you get disqualified for it.
Yes!
Buller's hit the nail on the head here. He's gone with a wooden one.
A wooden tree?
It's a wooden tree. And we should probably actually go to the front of the grid, as it is. Oh, I need to get. As these lights are wrong, I'm fairly sure. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I've got telemetry up so I can see when they put their. And it's now. They're getting ready for the 5 red lights.
What the hell? What's happened to Kyle? He's now in
lights
P16.
out, and away we go. Will Manu be able to maintain that start? As it looks like he's going to be able to. That's a Ferrari looking at the inside. Will they be able to do it? No, it doesn't look like it. Is there going to be carnage in the background? Looks like they're all going through there fairly cleanly.
That's
Kyle. Few cars off wide.
Kyle's binned it!
As Kyle spun. Kyle looks like he was spun down at turn 1. As Kyle has left the session.
Kyle.
He's left. He must have disconnected because, you know, you have to retire the car.
P18.
Colpo was taking the lead of the race. Colpo has taken the lead from Manu. Is Branny up into P3?
Out of the point.
Tim. Oh, is that Jay? Oh, it's wheel to wheel for 5th place, being Kimmy and Jarno. I told you Williams wanted points here today. How badly do they want them? As they're wheel to wheel through the chicane, and Kimmy maintains the place. Hugo now on the back of him. Is that a car round? Cars are collided. It's James.
Oh, James.
James, and it's just must have touched. As that Red Bull of Thomas, who's got major wing damage. He's hit someone. James still has all his wing. That's good. It's just still has all his wing. Joshy, 15th at the moment. Looks like he's still got his wing as well. So that is the racing point of Forever Sin, who's still got damage. Josh, dropping behind Josh on the medium from the few as Miguel right on the back of Fairs. Oh, there's almost got Josh's round. Josh has gone round.
The inside of one of the
I
cars.
thought today might have been Red Bull's day, but it is not. As Brownie now up into 2nd place. We're missing all the battles at the front. Brownie now up into 2nd place. The Alfa Romeos look like they may battle now. Kimmy got a very good start to be up into 5th place. I mean, I think he's actually lost a place, or 2, but still, it's a decent start there. Let's have a look at the tyres everyone is on. Drivers who have lost out the most here, looks like people like Thomas, and it's just those that are on the softs, but are still down the order. Okay, you might cut out there, so that was Robert with a 3-second time penalty. Forever Sin also in the pit lane, so 2 cars in the pit lane at the end, as Kyle needs an invite. Can I do that? I cannot invite. Owen, are you able to invite if you're there?
No.
Did you make... That is a shame. I mean, neither of us can invite, so... As we look to the front of the pack, Ivan, wheel to wheel with his teammate. The Alfa Romeos, they did so well in qualifying. Can they hold it in the race, or will they collide? These two, the Racing Point teammates from Season 1, now teammates at Alfa Romeo. I think they're the only driver lineup to remain unchanged. Because yeah, they've moved teams, but they still are the same. As that is James and Joshy. Joshy's lost a place to James there. Joshy maybe having a look to the inside, and no, too far behind. As that's Forever Sin and Thomas battling it out for 19th place. And the miss sign at the front, I know it. Forever Sin, all over the back of Thomas. Both on the hard compound tyres. Will Forever Sin go for the dive? No, that was a waste of watching. As the battle in the Alphas is very close. As I've got the engine glitch with Kimmy, so I won't be able to watch him. As there's James losing 2 places, 3 places. James dropping down the order again. What is going on with James this season? Must have gone wide at turn 1. As the bit, we could get a few clips here from James. Let's go back to the front of the pack. Branny in 2nd currently, pulling away. The top 2 pulling away. Is that the Alfa Romeos? Battling out into the chicane now, wheel to wheel. And that is Manu ahead. Kimmy all over the back of them. Kimmy wants to grab those positions, but they're just out of reach. As they're now heading towards the flat out right hand corner. Miguel and Fairs swapping positions behind. Oh, we've got a big battle here. Robert versus Fairs now. Fairs must have made a mistake, as there's Bogdan going slightly wide. Let's go as we see the battle here. Fairs all over the back of Robert. Robert goes wide. Fairs takes back that position to take 10th, as Bogdan struggling a bit on the traction coming out of there. Oh, Robert struggling on the grip there. Robert is on the hard compound tyres. That's why he's struggling. Those tyres will not have much grip. I'm assuming he's just going for something different. He needs to go for something different if he wants a shot at the win here today. Currently, the medium runner is the Renault of Tim. So, looks like this, if the medium tyre strategy is the better tyres to be starting on, as Ivan with a 3-second time penalty, then you'd have, this is Tim, going to the inside of Jarno, later on the brakes, and gets the move done. Further back in the order, any passes here, it's just a little group of cars here. As further back through the order, it all looks pretty single file. Ferguson and Thomas still battling it out. So go back to the lead, battle at the front. Branny not quite close enough to get Colpo. And it is Manu slightly pulling away now from his team, or at least holding off his teammate. Kimi, with the Alfa Romeos both having DRS, is Thomas with a 3-second time penalty. The Alfa Romeos both sort of DRSing each other. It's hard for him to get that sort of that chance, as there is yellow flag. It's a Renault. It's Tim! Tim's dropping down the order. I can't believe it. Tim, the guy I just said who, if the medium strategy was quicker, would be the favourite for the win here, has dropped down the order drastically. He's lost, I think, 7 places there.
May I just say, what did I say about Colpo?
Pardon?
Colpo.
Yeah.
In the lead so far.
Yeah, he is doing a good job. And you definitely didn't say that he was going to win, sure. Yeah, definitely. 100%. Oh, as that's changed, as that is Hugo into the pit lane. First of the drivers to pit. Well, the pit on the lap. Let's see. Crucially, what tyres he's going to. Branny looks like he may actually be trying to take the lead away this lap. As Ivan goes back up past Manu. And I'm missing all these overtakes because Hugo's picking to the mediums. Surely no way he's taking those to the end. Unless the 2 stops quick. 2 stop could be quick. As Branny's dropped back again. This Alfa Romeo, as that is Kimi all over the back of Manu, who's all over the back of Ivan. This is such good racing. And my tablet's probably going to die, so at some point, if there's a safety car or something, I might have to quickly go grab my phone. So yeah, at some point I'll just be ignoring the comments, but I'm not doing it deliberately, as it's wheel to wheel. For 4th place, Kimi, up the inside. As Godzilla's crashed. Is Godzilla retired? He's crashed.
Oh, yeah.
Let's have a look.
On it on the outside.
There's no actual damage to his car. How has he stopped it there? What has happened to Godzilla? I'm in an utter state of confusion. Car's AI, can you just like swerve to the left so I can see what's going on there? Great view off-board camera there. I can't see anything wrong with his car. That is weird.
Lost the wheel.
Oh, has he? That would explain it. As Fairs gets up ahead of Robert. As Robert's off wide there. Surely that can't be a legal overtake to just completely cut that corner. If Robert's listening, back out of the corner, mate. Unless he pushed you off. As Fairs got some minor wing damage. Ooh, more cars in the pit lane. It's just with a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. As battle between Tim and Miguel. Tim gets the place into turn 1. The Renaults do look like the quickest cars at the moment. That does make, actually, yeah, has he gone wide, come back on circuit and had his wheel ripped off? That's just a guess. Because has he gone wide, then came back at a weird angle and it's clipped his car. As Kyle's in, Kyle has managed to get into the lobby. That is good to see. So he's quite a way down, but with a safety car, who knows what can happen. To be fair, he is only about a second behind Thomas, although Thomas has already pitted. Branny could be in a shout with the lead here. Heading towards the flat out. I should really learn the corner names here. Not quite close enough as Robert and Fairs continue to battle. As now it's Tim on the back of Fairs. Fairs really appears to have lost the pace he had at the end of last season. I already thought that the momentum, if he carried that momentum, he would be so good this season. But as of yet, he has not been showing the pace he had last season. And I don't know what it is. He's covering off the undercut, I'm guessing there. But maybe Branny will try the overcut. It depends how these tyres are. Because we are only on lap 6. As the Renaults are now battling. As that is, I believe, the other Alfa Romeo and a Williams into the pit lane.
Surely you can't.
Tim, what a move there.
Take 20 laps. Can't.
No. I think it's going to be a 2-stop. It must be a 2-stop.
I thought it was a 1-stop here.
Maybe it is. I really don't know. Nobody's pitted onto another set of softs. Josh now up into 8th place. But is yet to pit. But it's on the mediums, so if that is the preferable strategy, I'll say it once again, then that could be something. As James, all over the back of Miguel here. Miguel, the driver who arguably cost him the win in Abu Dhabi.
Well, so far, is it? Wait, let's have a look. Leader.
James
How long is
ahead.
the pit stop here?
I don't have a clue. I'm imagining it's quite slow because it's that sort of. It's a weird shape of a pit. It's a weird, unusual pit lane. Kyle does not believe he'll get points today. Never rule it out. If there's a safety car, you could.
Well, let's say the pit stop's like 30 seconds, let's say.
Let's say 20 seconds. Let's say 20. Let's say 25 because it's a weird length. So yeah, let's go 25 because 30 that's like Singapore length.
Colpo's got the lead so far, I think.
Branny is now in the pit lane, and so is Kimi. This is gonna make it. How have Renault done this? I remember seeing both Robert and Tim's names dropping down the order, and yet they still appeared. Oh, that is a Toro Rosso round. It's Bogdan. Bogdan appears to have had contact with another car.
Let's have a look here.
As
is he going to overtake Bernie?
Let's see, where is Colpo? Colpo, is he going to take the lead? Or is he going to maintain it? He's maintained the lead of the race, I must add. But it's currently, Fair's currently actually beating James. You got to think, if James didn't have whatever happened to him make him drop down the order, surely you'd say James would be. Look at it, it's Renault, Mercedes, and they're all so close on the circuit. You have to assume that there's going to be a swap of position here at Mercedes. I mean, if I was Fairs, I'm letting James through. Because yeah, they may have been rivals last season, but this season, Fairs has proven, after not scoring in rounds 1 or 2, that he's not in the fight. I mean, he's going to have to do something amazing to stay in the championship fight at this stage. As I'm letting him through now, it looks like it. Yes, he has. Fairs has let James through. He's done what I thought he would do. Thinking of the constructors there. As Hugo gets up ahead of Bogdan. As it's very close in the midfield at the moment. The pole sitter, Manu, currently down in 13th place. Qualifying really doesn't mean much. Really doesn't mean much. As Manu all over the back of Bogdan. Bogdan goes slightly wide. And Manu just takes the place away. Just a straight pass as James. That's the quickest lap of the race. James is not done out of this. Oh, look at the top guys. They're all within a second of each other. Oh, James dropped out that second slightly. He's going to have to go a bit quicker here. So, Buller does think that it is about 30 seconds, so you may have been right, Alan. Next time we see someone go into the pits, let's like see how long it takes them. This is a really interesting battle at the front. Because it isn't actually a battle yet, but what it could become is what I'm interested in. As Joshi on the back of Miguel now, I didn't think I'd see this battle. As Joshi, could he go for a move here into the chicane? He's going to look to the outside. Oh no! He dives it to the inside. Way too late on the brakes and goes straight on. That was just out. That was just a silly move there from Joshi. As that is a Red Bull of Josh going straight on at the chicane. Once again, as I said earlier, it looks like Red Bull are going to have another pointless weekend. As battling behind. Kimi passing Manu. This is for an actual position in the long term here. As Josh goes wide, it's going to cause a bit of chaos here. As it may slow down Kimi slightly. This is going to give Manu a chance. Yes, it does. Josh going to the outside line. Kimi going for that sort of up the inside. Oh! Manu's hit Kimi. Manu has hit the back of Kimi coming out of there then. And they all now head into the very tight final corner. Browning with the quickest lap of the race. I mean, if the two-stop ends up being a viable strategy, which I doubt, let's have a look at the gap to leader. He's only 10 seconds off. So technically half the gap he needs to close in is done across the whole race. Actually, 10 seconds. I'm going to say something crazy here. I'm going to agree with what you said earlier. I think Colpo's going to win this. James. Up, wheel to wheel for second place. Robert on his inside. They're wheel to wheel. Coming out of the chicane now. for Renault. Robert is going to have to do his best to try and defend Tim. As Robert around the outside, no way you're going to build that one off. Especially on a car that is on medium tyres. Whereas Robert, who is on the hards, who I must say Robert doing a very good job on the hard compound tyres. As Colpo has got past Joshy in the background. Colpo definitely on a charge here. Colpo needs to get more places. Colpo got one win last season, which was in the reverse grid finale. So, I think he wants to prove that he can win a genuine race. Not just a reverse grid race.
Well, to be honest, the reverse grid one's more impressive, I'd say. Because he started all the way back in P8 19, was it?
Fair enough. Yeah, but you see, there it sort of, he had James and that behind him. And there the issue was, the other drivers, e.g. James, got caught up in incidents.
Yeah.
Fares with a penalty there, 3 seconds for multiple warnings. Black box in the corner. We'll quickly get rid of those happening. So I'll let you commentate for a few seconds. We'll need to turn them back on tomorrow.
Oh. Still behind him.
I'm really not sure. James has to go now, really. He has to just get away and push to the limit. Because he can't sit around now. He can't just go, because they're on the same strategy. They have to go for it.
Oh, no.
Robert still looking to the inside, but he's gone for it. Oh no, he's sensible there. If he had gone too much there, he may have taken them both out. I want more realistic wing damage in this game. That's something. Because when you hit a car sort of with like the side of your wing, it just like the end plate flies off in this game. Whereas it's James into the pits. So is Tim. I think James knew that he can't afford to lose time to the cars behind him. Robert and Fares staying out. Surprised Fares isn't getting Robert, to be fair. As now, Colpo was only about, I think, 7 seconds off there. So, Colpo, I think, could win this race.
Yeah, definitely.
He has to push now. All the drivers, just message to all the drivers on a two-stop. Push now. Because if you don't do it now, you're going to end up behind them in the final stint. And yeah, you can overtake them. But your best chance is to be is to at least be on the tail of them, because these guys are quick. You got Tim and you got James, both on the one stop. You got Robert, you've got Fares, both on the one stop. They're not going to be easy to pass, so you're going to want to get ahead.
Yep.
It's a big battle in the midfield here. Coming onto the straight, Hugo on the back of Manu, sorry. It's because both of them start with I's, so I keep getting them confused. Manu not able to get ahead of Hugo there. Hugo getting the move done. As James gets Josh. It's Josh. Nearly spins there. James already looking at getting Bogdan down this straight. He's got much better run. To the inside. He's already passed. James, he knows this is where he's got those cars between him and Tim. He knows he's got to push. As Fares, Robert stays out because he's on the hard compound tyres, so he'll be staying out a bit longer. I think Robert's gone. I think Robert's going to really struggle to come back in this race. He is going to be down. He's going to be behind Colpo. He's going to be behind those sorts of drivers. Actually, although they do all have to pit one more time onto the mediums, but compared to the others, as there's more drivers in the pit lane in the background, Josh Bogdan and that is Miguel. It's whether Colpo catches him. That's the thing.
He's going to end up about P12 if, stays here.
Let's have a look.
I think he's going to come out P12, P13.
If we say it's a 25 second, that'll be 12th.
Yeah.
And that will put him behind Fares, crucially.
Yeah.
As Robert Dornbos is out and has had a connection issue.
And this is where Colpo...
Now it's Colpo. It's over to Colpo now. once he's this is gonna really hurt Robert. Like, I know what it's like to lose connection, and you lose so much time that like, he's in a position where he can come back from it to maybe score some points, but he's gonna have to connect as soon as he can. So we're really hoping he can get back in, and this is not only gonna hurt Robert, but this is really gonna hurt Tim. Because as Robert is back, can he get in the car before Colpo's past him? It's going to be so close. Can he get in the car before Colpo passed him? Colpo's all over the back of him. No, he can't. He can't do it in time. He's not able to get back in his car before Colpo was passed. How long before Robert can get back in his car? He's nowhere near. Can he get back before Branny gets him? Yes, he can.
Yep.
So we can still hold up Branny. Joshy up in 4th place. What a drive from him. What a drive. I was saying to our Ross haven't scored points this season. I said Williams and Red Bull were the ones to watch today. Toro Rosso, Joshy, out of nowhere here.
Finally going for the outside, but he's broke too late.
Oh no.
And he's lost some time there.
Crucial time. Joshy's got a solid gap in, like, behind. I mean, it's going to come down in a matter of a lap, but it's not like he's not got any opportunity in this race. I feel like he's still on for his best result of the season. Well, he got P13 in Abu Dhabi, and then he got, let's have a look, let's say it is a 30, let's say it's 25 seconds. He's going to come out around 32, he's going to come out around 14th place in a fairly close battle. As Branny around the outside, not able to do it. Now towards turn as Joshy comes into the pits now. Branny in the slipstream, not close enough. Branny clearly the quicker driver at this stage though. Robert on very old hards. Branny on used mediums, I think it's fair to say. They're getting pretty old, those mediums. Joshy, where is he going to come out? Now we can guess. Now we can tell sort of what the. Oh, as Branny again trying the outside line. He's just got to hold in there for the straight. As Branny now in the DRS. He's got a long side. And he's ahead into the braking zone. Much better tyres he has got there. And that is yellow flag sector 1. It's Josh. Josh has retired. Josh has retired from the race. It's a collision with Bogdan. It's a collision with Bogdan. That is not good. And safety car. Safety car is out. There has been a crash down at turn 1 and 2. Safety car is now out of the garage. Oh, Joshy. If you'd waited one more lap, you could have pitted on the safety car. Oh, no, no, no. What a result that would have been. Now, this is going to help Robert. This is going to really help. Let's look at the drivers. It's going to help. It's going to really help the two-stoppers. Two-stoppers are pitting. Oh, my. The two-stoppers are all going to pit. We could have a surprise winner here today. We could have our third different winner in 3 races. Because the guys who were on the two stops are now, as that is going to be Tim who takes the lead, and it is going to probably most likely be James in second. But the safety car is going to put the two stoppers right on their tails. It's just going to be a matter of they're on hards, they're on worn hards, they're on fresh mediums. It's surely going to be a matter of time. As Fair's only able to come out in 4th. Oh, we have got a race on our hands now. Colpo surely got the opportunity for victory here. Joshy pitted onto the soft tyres. What is he doing? And surely he can't take softs till the end. You can't take softs 10 laps. What's he done there? What has he done there? I mean, he's going to be great on the restart. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, Owen, you'd have to agree. There's no way you can take. I mean, the mediums are going 10 laps. Surely they can't take softs 10 laps. anyway, Joshi up into 8th. Oh, Robert in AI mode there, but I think he's got some connection issues, so I'll keep an eye. Those on the meet. Oh, Branny, what's happened there? Branny dropping down the order. Going back past. Just all drivers don't pass each other behind the safety car, as now that is Robert going back past. No. Please stay in position. I ask you, do all stay in your place. Do not overtake, because if there's proof of it after the race, we will penalise you for it. We won't remove penalties for collisions. We may remove excessive track limits penalties under safety car, as long as it is excessive. But please do not be passing behind the safety car, because we will penalise that. And also, dangerous rejoining to the track. Also, we were going to do a vote, but I feel like Owen would agree with me here that it needs to be quite a harsh penalty for dangerous rejoining to the track. Oh, if I had a 5-second time penalty, collision with Joshi, those penalties we will not be removing, because at some point across the season, pretty much everyone's going to end up with one. And if you're getting loads of them, that says something about yourself rather than the other drivers. So I just... Oh! Joshi and Robert colliding slightly behind the safety car there. And Robert with the 5-second. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Like a bit of lag, but as I said, it's just how it's going to be. So, Owen, who is your favourite for the win now?
I'm gonna keep Colpo.
So
He's got
I'm gonna.
advantage. He's got the fresher tyres.
It's gonna be one of the top 3. I think it's fair. It's gonna be one of the top 3. Who is anyone out there that could be maybe a surprise? I mean, Joshi, he's gonna get punches. He's gonna get punctures, surely. Joshi. The pole sitter, Manu, after the safety car, still only down in 13th place. What's happened to him?
Oh, you
so whilst we're behind the safety car, Owen, would you like to run us through the order whilst we're behind this safety car?
P1 we have Tim. Decent drive from him. P2 we have James. Solid drive so far. So Colpo in P3, Bears in P4, P5 is Miguel, 6th is Ronnie, 7th is Robert, 8th is Joshi, 9th is Ivan, and 10th is Kimmy. And the safety car is in the slot.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tim holding everything.
I don't think my tablet is going to last. So 1%. So those who want to put comments, Owen, have you got anything near you that you could look at the comments for?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll turn this off then before it dies. But yeah, just leave it open and leave it on the side. To be fair, I actually probably get better connection on this, on the actual stream here. But as we now get ready, the field being backed up now by Tim. As they head through the penultimate corner. Has he gone? Doesn't look like it yet. He goes. He pulls away from the pack. Now Colpo, so much more grip on the restart. Could he maybe even have a go at James very early on this restart? As James very close to the back of Tim. Kimmy just pushing. Oh, James really struggling for grip there on the exit. Kimmy, I think he's just going to be sensible. He's got to wait. He's got to let James and Tim push their tyres just for this first sector. And then down that back straight, that's his chance. Because James is going to have to go at Tim. And this is like when he was behind the Alfa Romeos. Because he's got Tim, and this time it's going to be James. Well, there's no DRS, actually. So he's actually not going to lose too much. As Tim to the inside. I don't think James is going to be able to go for the move on Tim. But I think, oh, Kimmy should have stayed in the slipstream. Why has he pulled out of the slipstream? He's got to go, as there's battling further back down the order. Robert, wheel to wheel with Miguel. Joshi losing a place there to Ivan. Kimi in 10th, Yano 11th. Hugo down 12th. Manu 13th. It's just 14th. As Kimmy, so much more grip.
Colpo's gone really wide there.
Oh. As Colpo, all over the back of these guys. Look at them. They're fighting so hard. Surely Colpo's just got to go for a move somewhere. Maybe he's going to wait for DRS, but then as he gets a 3-second time penalty. Could you quickly check to see if who out of these top 3 penalties, what's going on there? Also say, Colpo, if you're listening, my advice to you is try and get these two whilst they're battling. As Joshi up into 9th place, as you think he's defending from Kimmy.
James has 1 penalty and Colpo has 1.
As that is Hugo wide. As look at these top 3. It's Renault, Mercedes, Ferrari. As that's Joshi making another place up, getting past Miguel. Those soft tyres are starting to really look good on his car. But Miguel's fighting back through this mist. I'm going to go on board because you can barely see. Are they going to go 3 wide? Not quite. Bit of contact at the apex. Oh, maybe also more contact there. Kimmy, surely he's going to get him here. Yeah, Kimmy straight past Miguel. Joshi defending so hard there, he's cost Miguel another place. But Miguel is staying, keeping his nose in there.
James has overtook Tim.
Oh!
James has overtook Tim.
Contact! Miguel! Miguel's off!
What? Tim's lagging really bad.
Miguel is off sector 3 and he's dropped down to the back. Collision there with Kimmy. I really don't, I was on board with Miguel and I couldn't tell you whose fault that was. James all over the back of Tim. Kimmy still just watching on. Surely Kimmy's got to go for it whilst he's got these super fresh tyre advantage. Because when it comes to the end of this stint, they're going to balance out. At this stage, Colpo has got such an advantage. As this is his chance here, James. Not the best coming out of there. I think we've got DRS this lap, I believe. I think we have DRS this lap. Let's have a quick look at the teams that haven't scored yet this season. Toro Rosso, Williams and Red Bull are. Toro Rosso and Williams both with a car currently in the points. So let's see if they can stay there. As DRS is open. Sure, is James gonna have a look here? Maybe at Tim. Not quite able to do it. That gap between him and Tim closing in so much. Colpo, what are you doing? You need to get past him quick. As it's even closer further down the order. Joshi losing a place there to Kimmy. Joshi, he may be on those soft tyres, but he's definitely not the quickest guy in this league. He's sticking his nose in there now. Will there be any contact? Oh, there is contact. Kimmy forced wide. Kimmy comes back on the circuit. Oh, as that is Yano tapping the back of Joshi. Sending Joshi into that fight. Joshi now slightly wide. Joshi just trying to hold on to these points. Joshi having a look to the inside. Doesn't go for it in the end. Joshi is just doing his absolute best to try and hold on to these points paying positions.
And Colpo, I think he's going to get James. Oh.
Colpo. He's so close. He's backed out of it. How? He needs it. He's got another 3-second time penalty. As he's all over the back of James. Into here now, he's got to send it. He sends it up the inside. James pushed off slightly. It's getting very overcast, I must say. Doesn't look like any rain's falling, but who knows what can happen. Colpo now. He needs to take the lead now. He needs to get a gap out now if he wants to get this win. He's got the DRS. He's got the slipstream. He's got to stay in that slipstream. Surely. He's got to run to the outside. Goes Colpo. Inside of the next part. Oh, it's contact. He's hit him. Contact there. Could James have some wing damage?
In on him so much.
Oh. Has James got wing damage? No.
I can't see.
Joshi still fighting. Oh! Joshi and Kimmy there with a touch. Coming out the chicane. They're both still pointing the same way. Joshi going for the move. Will he get the position? Yes! Joshi's... Oh, look at the pack that is behind Joshi right now. As there's a sector 3 yellow. I don't quite know what that is. But look at this pack of cars that Josh is just keeping behind him. Kimi all over the back of Joshy. So close. I thought there's a few. I think there's 4 groups in this race. There's the front group. There's the midfield. Actually, no. Looking at it, there's 2 groups to the midfield. And then there's sort of the back markers further back. As here we go, Kimi. Can he do it? To the outside of turn 1. Around the outside. Not able to do it. Doesn't look like it. James another penalty. Joshy with a penalty. This isn't looking good for Joshy so far. Defensively, it's looking great. In the long term, not so much. As Joshy continues to lead this huge pack of cars. How is he holding off so many of them? As Kimi flying past down the straight, nothing Joshy could do. He surely can't fight that one back. As he's on the back of Kimi, but no, too far back now, surely. Although he has got the slipstream. He's going to the... Oh, he's hit Kimi! He's hit Kimi wide. Hit Kimi very wide. What was that move? And that Kimi's losing places. What was that there from Joshy? That looked like he just turned in on his rear tyre and took him wide. That's not what... Oh, Kimi now into the back. Oh, contact. Jarno has spun Hugo. Kimi has just caused a crash, which has caused Hugo to spin. As it is absolute carnage in the midfield here. As that's someone in the pit lane. It's Joshy. Joshy's gone into the pits, and surely that's him gone. As that is also... Is that another car in the pits? Yes, it is. It's Manu. It's Manu also in the pit lane. Both of these drivers throwing away their races. It's not what you want to see. Manu needs a wing change. Does Joshy? No, Joshy's tyres are just dead. Back at the front now. Tim's looking like he's got this. James actually being able to fight back on Colpo to the inside line towards the chicane. Oh, there's contact. James is round. James is round at the chicane. Colpo's carried on. James lost the position to his teammate. He's just sitting on the racing line there. He's got a big gap, so it's all good. As I turn Alfa Romeo around, it's Ivan. Ivan's also spun. James down to 6th. Fares up onto the podium. What is going on in this race? As Branny now on the back of Fares for a podium position now. Fares for Mercedes has to just hold on. That's Tim. It's been a tough race for him, but it's looking like he's going to get it. So we have the Yarno train, looks like it is here. As Tim's just at the fast lap of the race, he's got this, surely. Without a mistake, he's won the race. As look at this huge train behind Yarno. Such a DRS train. As that's the other Toro Rosso, Bogdan now in the pit lane. And he's retired. With just 4 laps left, he is retired from the race. That is Bogdan's 3rd retirement in a row. That means his 10-second time penalty from last race will continue into the next one. If I was him, I would have burnt it whilst I was here. Just he's had a bad race, stay out on track, serve the 10-second time penalty, and it's done. But yeah, it's not what you like to see. Also, first race without reserves. As a massive pack here, Robert in the fight as well. Fares is off wide. Fares loses 2 positions in a chicane there. Robert on the back of Branny. A bit of lag here. Robert to the inside. Will there be contact? Doesn't look like it. And here as wheel to wheel, Branny doing his best. He's on the hard tyres. It's going to be tough. Robert gets up onto that podium position. He wants to get his 2nd podium of the season. Oh, Branny struggling for that traction. Those hards aren't good for traction. As now 3 laps left in this race. Branny's got the DRS. He's got to try and get him now whilst he's right up behind him. Because his tyres, I mean, to be fair, Robert's tyres in the last couple laps maybe drop off slightly. As sector 3 yellow, it's a Red Bull, it's Thomas. Looks like he's spun at the final corner. As Branny not able to do it. Sector 2 yellow, oh, that's gone. Branny is on the back of Robert still. He's got to stay on the back of him down this next straight. Robert will not have the DRS. Branny will. DRSs are now open. In the slipstream. Will he go left? Will he go right? Backs out of it. Looked to the outside, then backed out. He's surely got to go for the move now. As Kyle is now holding up this train. Kyle, he said he wouldn't get points. He said that he would not get points in the comments, and I said with a safety car he could get points. There's been a safety car, and look where he is. Kyle up in 7th place at the moment, doing a great job for the McLaren team. Huge battle here going on. Few cars that have dropped off the back of the pack. But Tim now starting the penultimate lap of the race. Colpo in a solid 2nd place, not able to catch him. Branny staying in this battle with Robert for the final podium position. Owen, does Robert or Branny have any penalties? As Branny just does get a 3-second time penalty now.
Robert, he's got altogether 8 seconds. Only has 1. So I think that even he might have served it. I'm not 100% sure, Robert. He did get a 5-second ban. I'm not sure if he served it.
So Branny here could be on for a podium even if he doesn't get the pass, but it looks like he is going to get the pass now. Down the right hand side of the straight on the bumps. Around the outside. And is he going to get it done? As that is Robert going wide. Fares could come into this fight now. Robert stays in that battle. Robert retakes 3rd off the circuit. Surely that's not legal. Surely that's not legal what Robert just did. Branny, if you've got footage of that, please send that one in. Because that looked like a very illegal overtake to me. I can understand staying in the fight after going off track. Like staying halfway alongside or getting back in the slipstream, but he came back on track in 3rd place, so seems slightly questionable. As Tim now starts the final lap of the race, this battle for the podium. James could even get into this battle now. He's only a 2nd off his teammate Fares. This race, I thought it's going to be a Mercedes race here. When they were up in 3rd and 4th, I thought, you know what, Mercedes, they're looking good here today. Then James spun. Then Fares lost 2 positions. And it's starting to look like it's going to be a Renault day. The Constructors' Championship leaders. As Robert does have wing damage. That's going to be hurting him a lot. Missing an M plate. Hugo with another 3-second time penalty. Not a good race for Hugo. The guy who got drive of the day last time out. It's been a bad one today. Branny in the slipstream. Surely this is his last big chance. He can't get it. Not close enough. This is final positions here. The podium position. They all want it. But only one driver can have it. Who will be that driver? If Robert hasn't served his penalty, I'd say it's looking like Branny. Unless he makes a mistake, which I see as a very unlikely event. Jarno up in 8th at the moment, doing a very good job. As to win with Renault. We'll start that again because that was really weird. Tim wins the race for Renault. for the second time this season. He won in Abu Dhabi, now he wins in France. What a season for Tim so far. He's the F2 champion, and now he's come in and he's definitely proving what he can do. Looking like a strong championship favourite. As Branny is in position, Kolpo almost 10 seconds off in the end in second. And James gets 4th, Fares 5th, Kimi 6th, 7th for Jarno, 8th for Kyle, 9th for Robert. Robert down in 9th place. Is this a Mercedes day after all? That's 27 points to Renault. And 22 points to Mercedes. Still a Renault day. Still a Renault day. So Owen, who would your best guess at driver of the day would be?
I'm not 100% sure.
I would say Kyle.
Yeah.
He disconnected and got points. Yeah, the safety car helped him, but still. Like, points were good anyway. But to come back from, what, 2 laps of being disconnected to get points, that was good. To be fair, Branny did a good job to get on the podium. But both McLaren drivers did very well today. But my vote would go... to be fair, I wish we could do team of the day. Because then I'd definitely give it to McLaren.
Yeah.
Kyle didn't get a single penalty. I think he might be the only driver to do that. Is he the only driver? Yeah, only driver not to get a penalty. Even the ones that retired was Kyle. And that alone, that's worthy a driver of the day line. So yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in to round 3 of the season 2 of Torpedo League. I hope you all enjoyed it. We certainly did. And let's hope this championship battle can continue much longer into the season. So until next time, goodbye.